Good evening, everyone. I'm Nitish Sharma on the behalf of EduBridge IAS, and we are doing the Polity and Indian Governance lecture series. In today's lecture, we'll be continuing with the citizenship part itself. We'll be doing the termination of citizenship. We'll be doing what is the difference between PIO and overseas card holders. We'll be doing what is the meaning of NRI. And also we'll be getting to the questions related to the citizenship. Okay? So it is a continuation of the previous lecture. Now, while you are a citizen of India, you need to ensure that you know how your citizenship can be terminated. Therefore, it becomes very, very important for us, the citizens of India, to ensure that how on what we should not do, so that it can take away our citizenship. Okay, so we'll understand these ways. Now, there are three modes. There are three modes through which a person can lose its citizenship. So these three modes in this, the first is by renunciation. The first is by renunciation. Second is by termination. First is renunciation, second is termination, and third is by deprivation. Renunciation means आपने renounce किया. Termination मतलब कुछ ऐसा किया कि citizenship was terminated. And third was deprived. It means you had the citizenship, but it is taken away because of something that you did in the country or outside the country. So there are three ways through which you can get your citizenship terminated. Now we will begin with the renunciation. Okay? Renunciation is a legal process, and here I have shown the cancellation of citizenship through renunciation. Okay? And just look at the image. A person is requesting that they should be given an opportunity to renounce their citizenship, and it is done through the assistant counselor. Okay? It is done through the assistant counselor. So for example, if you are an Indian citizen and you feel that now you want to become a citizen of other country, now there is a provision in our Indian constitution which does not allow you to remain an Indian citizen as well as a citizen of another country. So for your quick revision, just post that article in the comment section. In the chat, just post that article number. Which article prohibits that an Indian citizen cannot remain a citizen of another country? Very good. Article 9. And this year I'm expecting that a question may come from Article 9, 10 and 11. Okay? So Article 9 prohibits us to have dual citizenship. So in renunciation, if any citizen of full age and capacity, it means it does not include minors. Minors are those who are below the age of 18. So any citizen of full age and capacity who is also a citizen or national of another country makes up request in prescribed manner. It means the renunciation of citizenship, it is legal and you are doing it as a responsible citizen. So if that person is giving that request, then that person will be getting the citizenship renunciated. Now, there are certain conditions. In renunciation, this is the condition that if India is in a state of war, or is in a war with any country, then the central government may deny renouncing the citizenship of that individual or a person. So इसके लिए हमें समझना होगा that renunciation is a legal process and renunciation is not voluntary. It can only be done when it is accepted by the central government. Is it clear? And in central government, which ministry are we talking about? In the previous class I told you, so it is just for a revision. Which ministry are we talking about? What about the minor individual? So the minor of that family will also lose the citizenship. Okay? Parents, if they have renounced the citizenship, the minor will also lose the citizenship. However, if that minor applies to become a citizen after becoming an adult, that person can get the citizenship in India. And that citizenship will be through which mode? There are 5 modes of citizenship that I told you: birth, descent, registration, naturalization, and incorporation of territory. Through which mode this minor citizen can apply, this minor individual can apply for citizenship? बताइए. ऐसे क्वेश्चन बनता है, ठीक है? डायरेक्टली नहीं पूछेंगे यूपीएससी. ये बोलेंगे that the parents has renounced the citizenship, the minor child also lost the citizenship. Statement 1. Statement 2 will be there that this minor child can apply for citizenship through descent. तो ऐसा क्वेश्चन में स्टेटमेंट्स आ सकते हैं. Very good. So that citizen can apply for citizenship, or that person can apply for citizenship through registration. Why? Because that person will be the child of previous Indian citizens or the overseas citizens of India. Is it clear? तो ये आपको अभी बता ही दिया that that child can apply for citizenship. Now, for this purpose, any woman who is married shall be deemed to be of full age. It means if the wife or the spouse of that individual, if spouse is of 17 years and that spouse wants to renounce the citizenship, तो उसमें अगर lady is married, so she will be considered as an adult. ठीक है? Now, termination of citizenship. Renunciation के लिए आप लोग खुद अप्लाई करते हैं. आप लोग नहीं, मतलब anyone, you all will remain citizen of India because you all want to become civil servants. तो anyone who is applying. Termination में क्या होता है कि आपने अप्लाई नहीं किया है और आप कुछ ऐसा किया कि आपकी सिटीजनशिप आपके वॉलंटरी एक्ट से टर्मिनेट कर दी गई है. So it means any citizen of India who by naturalization, registration or otherwise voluntarily acquires a citizenship of other country shall upon cease to become Indian citizen. It means आपने अगर अप्लाई किया तो that will be renunciation. अगर आपने बताया नहीं and you become the citizen of other country, then your citizenship will be terminated. Provided that the same condition, if India is in a state of war with one country or the other country, then in that case the central government reserves the right not to cancel the citizenship. Okay? It is very simple. Now, this is important that if a question arises that how that person acquired the citizenship of another country. अब ये भी तो हो सकता है आप वो बोले कि दूसरी कंट्री ने हमको सिटीजन बना दिया, हम तो चाहते नहीं थे. Clear? So in this regard, it will be determined through an appropriate authority, and the manner prescribed that authority will be used to ensure that that person's citizenship should be terminated or not. तो ऐसा नहीं कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का वन साइडेड स्टैंड होता है. अब ये चीज बताइए, वॉट एवर वी आर डूइंग अभी ये कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है? यू हैव फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, सेकंड ऑप्शन इज सिटीजनशिप एक्ट 1955. It is provided where? Whatever we are doing right now, it is provided in the Constitution or Citizenship Act 1955. ठीक है, तब तक इमेज देखिए, पहचानिए कौन है. वेरी गुड. सिटीजनशिप एक्ट 1955. ठीक है, तो ये क्लैरिटी बहुत जरूरी है बिकॉज व्हेन वी आर सिटिंग इन द एग्जामिनेशन, ये छोटे छोटे डाउट्स ही हमारे क्वेश्चन को में हमें 2 मार्क्स या फिर -0.67 मार्क्स प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, now look at the image. This person is involved in a scam where a nationalized bank has given loan to this person and his partner, and these people they went away without paying the amount to the bank, so raising the NPAs of that bank. तो इसीलिए इनकी citizenship क्या करी? The group was deprived of the citizenship. तो इसका क्या मतलब है कि deprivation हो गया citizenship का, कि आपने कुछ ऐसा किया जिसकी वजह से आपकी citizenship छीन ली गई. ठीक है, citizenship छीन लेना. तो उसमें क्या है that a citizen of India who by naturalization or virtue of any clause of the Citizenship Act can be deprived of the citizenship by the central government. कब? जब, अब conditions समझिएगा, if that person has given the false documents or that person has acquired the citizenship of India either through naturalization or registration through fake documents or false documents, in that case the citizenship can be deprived. If that citizen has shown disloyalty and disaffection towards the honorable Constitution of India, ठीक है, ऑनरेबल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, इन दैट केस द सिटीजनशिप मे बी डिप्राइव्ड. अब बहुत अच्छे से समझिएगा, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द टर्म हियर इज डिसलॉयल्टी एंड डिसअफेक्शन. द टर्म हियर इज नॉट डिसरिस्पेक्ट, इट इज डिसलॉयल्टी. ठीक है, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन डिसरिस्पेक्ट, there is a difference between disloyalty and the difference between not respecting. If you are by purpose voluntarily you are showing disloyalty. Disloyalty can be through very many manners, but if in this case if you are showing disloyalty towards the Constitution, then that is a perfect condition to take away anyone's citizenship through deprivation. For example, in India, due to the passing of a certain legislation, some parliamentarians, they tore the pages of our honorable constitution, and that is amounting to the disloyalty. So such a condition is appropriate to take anyone's citizenship. Is it clear? Though this is not the case that happened, but that condition is appropriate to take away anyone's citizenship. Third condition is that if any person is having any relation with a country with which India is in at a war, or if India is having such a condition that the relation with that country or the members of that country may affect the integrity and sovereignty of our country. In that case also citizenship may be deprived. If a person within 5 years, ठीक है, ये सिर्फ registration and naturalization के लिए है, it is not applicable for the citizens by birth, incorporation territory and descent. It is only for registration and naturalization. If those people within 5 years of acquiring the citizenship, if they are imprisoned in any country for a term not less than 2 years, मतलब अगर आप अभी अभी ताजे इंडियन सिटीजन बने हैं, 5 साल नहीं हुए हैं, और आप जाते हैं होली रिलीजियस प्लेस थाईलैंड, आप वहां जा रहे हैं, माथा टेकने जा रहे हैं, एंड वहां पर आप कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटी करते हैं that you are jailed for more than 2 years, then the citizenship may be taken away. ठीक है, तो ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा, पता होना चाहिए आपको कौन सी सिटीजनशिप है आपके पास, उस हिसाब से जाएंगे. Then if any person who is ordinarily residing out of India for a period of 7 years continuously, if a person is residing out of India for a period of 7 years continuously, in that case that person may be deprived of Indian citizenship. इसलिए आप अंडरस्टैंड करिए that some of your relatives who lives abroad, they generally come after a period of 3-4 years or some years, so that they do not lose their citizenship if they are living as non-resident Indians. ठीक है, but if you are not able to commute, क्योंकि it may be costly also, not everyone is economically well to do. ये मत समझिए कि विदेश में सब लोग अमीर होते हैं. So if the person is not able to travel, then in that condition, if you go and you get yourself registered in any Indian consulate or embassy, then also you can keep your Indian citizenship. Is it clear? So this is also the way through which a person can lose Indian citizenship. Now, the central government cannot take it as a wholesale activity to deprive anyone to be a citizen of India. So there has to be certain reasons. There has to be a certain reason that such a person is not having appropriate reasons for public good. So such a person is not having appropriate reasons for being kept as a Indian citizen. तो appropriate reasons होने चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं किसी की भी citizenship छीन ले. अगर ऐसे कोई reasons होते हैं तो उसके लिए grounds होते हैं, उसके लिए committee बनती है. For our exam point of view, that is not important, इसलिए हम इसको detail में नहीं जा रहे हैं कि committee में कौन-कौन members होंगे. I'll be providing that, तो आप उसको पढ़ लीजिएगा. But this is not important from our exam point of view. Okay, so there will be an inquiry committee consisting of at least 10 years, a person who is having at least 10 years of judicial office. This is the way through which your citizenship may be taken away. अब कमिटी क्या है, इंक्वायरी करेंगी, ये सब चीजें. इसमें देखिए ये सब पेपर में नहीं आता है सिटीजनशिप से, लेकिन जो एक्सपेक्टेड चीजें हैं वो आपको बहुत स्ट्रेस करके बता रहे हैं. Now you'll understand the difference between overseas citizen of India and person of Indian origin. ठीक है, you can see the image of an overseas citizen of India. ठीक है, you can see an image of overseas citizen of India. बाकी गर्मी हो रही है, क्या आप आम खाते हैं? ठीक है, तो just you look at the differences between OCI and person of Indian origin. So they is a foreign citizen. Person of Indian origin is a foreign citizen, ठीक है, whose parents, grandparents were born and permanent resident of India. ठीक है, मतलब जिनके parents या grandparents they were born in India and were permanent residents of India. That person will be considered as an Indian, as a person of Indian origin. Also, a person who is a spouse of a citizen of India or PIO, यानी कि a person not necessarily be be related to by blood related to a person of Indian origin or an Indian citizen, but that person is a spouse. That person will also be considered as a person of Indian origin. Now, when it comes to overseas citizen of India, these are those for foreign national who were eligible to become citizen of India, and got themselves registered as overseas citizen of India. Those people are called as overseas citizen of India. Not necessarily that they have to be the people of Indian origin, but the only condition is that they are having the sufficient condition to be eligible to become an Indian citizen. ठीक है, यहाँ तक समझ में आया है? अब ये दोनों डिफरेंसेस खत्म हो गए हैं. अब एक ही कार्ड होता है, ओवरसीज सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया कार्ड. Since 2015, there is only one card, that is overseas citizen of India. So the people who are PIOs or OCI, they are called as OCI card holders. You can see the example of an Indian overseas citizen. ठीक है, overseas citizen of India. Now, क्या benefit होते हैं to become an overseas citizen of India? They are having lifelong visa, multiple visit, exempted for police reporting, and also they have all the rights except right to vote, purchase agricultural property and plantations. उसके अलावा बाकी सारे rights होते हैं. That is the difference. तो PI और OCI में difference है. Now you also tell me what is or who is called as a NRI, who are non-resident Indians. Who are non-resident Indians? Let me know. Non-resident Indians कौन होते हैं? So let us understand. A NRI is an Indian resident or individual of Indian starting point living abroad. A citizen who remains outside India for a purpose of business or employment. ठीक है? Or remains abroad under conditions showing a goal for an unsure length of time that is not provided. Those people are only considered as the consideration for NRI. अगर आप tourism purposes के लिए जा रहे हैं, education purposes के लिए जा रहे हैं, you will not be treated as a NRI even though you stay there for any period of time. The person has to be living for an unsure length and thinking about working there or getting employment there. That person, if stays for more than 182 days in a year, more than 182 days in a year, or at least 365 days during 4 years preceding that year, and at least 60 days in that year. Only those people who are living outside India for a period of 183 days or within 4 years, total 365 days, given that every year that person is living abroad for 60 days in a year, then that person will be called as a non-resident Indian. Then that person will be called as a non-resident Indian. Is it clear? Now you know who are called as NRI because the definition for income tax purposes was recently changed, and that makes us important because the term for this 365, it was changed to through 40 for some purposes, banking purposes, and that is why the chances are that the definition of NRI may come. Is it clear? This is what we'll be doing in citizenship. In the next class, we'll be beginning with fundamental rights. I am not beginning fundamental rights in this class because fundamental rights are very जितना very लगा सकते हैं उतना लगाइए, उतना important है, and that is why I'm saying do not miss the next class. Do not miss the next class. Okay, so just make sure you come for the next class. And now we'll not be covering any other topic in today's class. I'll be catering only your doubts, and thank you very much for joining. You can follow us. You can follow EduBridge IAS on YouTube, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Quora. On any such platform, you can follow us for regular updates, and also subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends and family members so that our initiative to provide whatever knowledge we have to the maximum number of people, it continues and it provides us immense about it provides us motivation. ठीक है, तो हमारी बस यही कोशिश है कि आप हमारे इनिशिएटिव को मैक्सिमम लोगों तक पहुंचाते रहें, and we promise हम आपको क्वालिटी कंटेंट प्रोवाइड करते रहेंगे. ठीक है, so now I'll be catering to your doubts. Thank you very much for joining.